The Opus B2 multifunctional extra battery gives additional capacity for the Mega power systems from Opus. Stay with us for a detailed look at this system. The B2 battery will fit the Mega 1, the Mega 2, the Mega 3 power stations. The Mega power stations are some of the best designed and built stations by Opus. They're also very affordable. They will provide ample power during power outages, and they'll also give you plenty of power for remote applications. The B2 battery will add extended range for these purposes. Let's take a closer look at the B2 battery pack. Now, the B2 battery pack is on the bottom. I have the Opus Mega 1 on top, and the Opus Mega 1 has a little over 1,000 watt-hours of capacity with its built-in battery. This battery on the B2 extra battery has 2,048 watt-hours of additional capacity, tripling the size of the Mega 1. It doubles the size of the Mega 2, being exactly the same size as the Mega 2. So you put both of them together and you'll get twice as much battery capacity. The first thing I'd like to go over for the battery pack is what is in the box. The main thing, of course, is the battery itself. This is a nice battery. It weighs almost 42 pounds. It's not terribly heavy. It's very compact. It has two handholds on top, just like the Mega series power stations have. And it comes with the owner's manual, which you'll want to look at very carefully in order to learn all of the functions and how it is to be used. It also comes with this cord. This is the battery connect cord that connects with the Mega power stations. There's a button on top here that releases it, so when you plug it in, it actually fastens in. There's actually two places on the side of the battery pack that this can be plugged into. The other port is for an extra battery, so you can put batteries in parallel with this one in order to give you plenty of power. It also comes with two additional cords that you can use for charging it. This is a solar power charging cord. It has an Anderson fitting on one end, and it has your MC4 fittings on the other end. So you can hook up most solar panels to this, plug this in directly to the battery pack, and you can charge the battery pack all by itself with solar panels. The additional cable is a 7909 cable that fits the Opus solar panels, and once again it has the Anderson cable on the other side for plugging directly in to the input that's around the side for charging. As I mentioned, this weighs about 41.8 pounds. The size is similar to the Mega 2 power station, but here are the dimensions. It is 18.1 inches wide, 10 inches high, and 10.6 inches deep. It comes with a 3-year warranty, which is really good in the field of power stations. These units will be on sale for a Black Friday sale between November 20th and December the 5th. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll give you details on where you can find the prices for these and how much off they are. The B2 battery can be used independent of the Mega 1 power stations. You can charge it all by itself on solar. Now for AC, you do need this cord and you need a Mega unit plugged into it. I've already charged it up to 100%. And right now, I've got the rear lights behind me, which really aren't showing up too good in the video because these are kind of in the way. But those are running off of, I have those plugged into the Mega 1 power station. And the way it works is it'll drain the battery from the Mega 1 before it operates the battery on the B2 battery pack. So right now it's only running at about 23 watts output from this one. So it says it'll actually run it about 56 hours total. If I unplug the battery, let's see if that changes. Oh yes, it changes down to 20 hours. So see how much extra hours that battery pack added? It'll run it for over 50 hours with both the battery pack and the Mega 1 hooked up to it. If you want to know more details, there is a phone app that you can get for the Mega units that will also tell you down low here exactly what power is going into or out of the battery pack. Right now it doesn't show any input or output from the battery pack. There are 10 DC ports on the battery pack, so it comes with plenty. Over on the left side, you have DC functions, and there's a button right here for turning on those functions. That comes with an Anderson output. Now, this is an output only. It's not an output and input, so you don't want to plug solar panels into it. This will give you 12 volts and 30 amps of output just from this alone. It comes with 2 USB-C outputs, and these are rated at 100 watts each. So those will deliver 100 watts of power. And there are 4 USB-A outputs, and these are all rated at 18 watts. On the right side, you have the 12-volt outputs. And once again, there's a button you can turn on in order to access those. There's a 12-volt cigarette lighter output like you have on your car, and that's for plugging in anything you would plug into your car, you can plug into this directly. This Mega unit also has the same outputs on it, so these are duplicated with these 2 stations. And it also has 2 50-21 12-volt outputs, and these are rated at 10 amps. I want to demonstrate the 12-volt output. So let me plug this in. This is just a kind of a lamp you would put in your car. It's just a kind of an emergency lamp. When I turn that on, then this lights up. So that's running on 12 volts using the B2 battery. And you can run anything on DC with this apart from being hooked up to the Mega 1 power station. If you want to use AC output from the B2 battery, it has to be plugged into a Mega power station because there are no AC circuits on the battery. So you use this battery plug right here that plugs into the side of the Mega units, and whatever you turn on, that turns on the other unit. So if I turn on the battery and the cord is hooked up, then it will automatically turn this unit on. And if I turn this off, both will go off at the same time. So how do you charge it using solar? For solar charging, you want to use one of these 2 cables that came with the B2 battery. And you plug these directly into a solar panel, aim the solar panel at the sun, and you'll get good charging. Today, we've had nothing but rain, so I couldn't demonstrate that today. You can input as much as 2100 watts of solar power into this in order to charge it. That would charge it up pretty fast. Or you can add the solar panels. If they add up to 150 volts, it will take that much charging as well. 2100 watts would charge this in just about an hour and a half. So that would be pretty fast. You can consult your owner's manual for details on exactly how to charge it up using solar. It will also charge with your car. You can plug your cigarette lighter from your car into this unit, but you'll need to get that cable. It'll have to go from your car cigarette lighter to an Anderson cord, and it doesn't come with that cord, so you'll have to buy that separately. As I touched on it before, to AC charge this unit, you have to turn both of these units off, plug in the battery cable on the sides, plug this unit, the Mega unit, into 110, and it will automatically start charging this unit. You can also look at your phone app and it will tell you exactly how many watts it's putting into this. While I was charging it, I noticed it was taking about 650 watts of power from this unit being plugged in. So that would charge it in about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on how depleted this is. When you're done charging it with AC, you want to unplug the Mega unit from the wall circuit, and then you want to turn off either one of these units so they both go off, and then disconnect your battery cable. The B2 uses one of the best battery systems in the industry, and in fact, Opus uses this battery type for all of their power stations, and they always have. And that's the lithium iron phosphate battery. I am in great favor of this battery. For one, it holds its charge for a very long time. If you charge it up and then turn off this unit and leave it in storage for even 3 months, it'll come back with 100% charge. So it really doesn't lose very much at all. The other thing I like about it is that it's safer than the lithium batteries. It's not as prone to overheating. The battery is rated to last around 3,500 cycles. And this averages out to it lasting about 10 years. So that is really good service for what you're putting into the systems. The life cycle of the lithium-ion battery is about 4 to 5 times longer than the life cycle of a regular lithium battery. Well, let's talk about how to operate the unit. In order to turn on the battery, you have to hold the power button down for a couple seconds, and then it will come on. When it comes on, if it's plugged in with a Mega unit, the Mega unit comes on as well. They're both showing 99% power left because I've run a little bit using the Mega 1 unit with some lights behind me. I'm going to turn those back on. There's the AC turning back on, and the light just lit up. You can see it just a little bit there. So that's actually being powered from the Mega 1 unit. But these batteries are working together in order to supply the battery power in order to operate the inverter, which operates that lamp. It does have 2 additional inputs on it. One is an Anderson input on the side. That's where you plug the solar panels in or your 12-volt car charger into it. And on this side, on the left side, you have your big outputs for your battery cable. And each one of them works as an output or an input. So you can run the top one into your Mega power station, and the bottom one you can plug another B2 battery, so you can put more than one battery hooked up at the same time so you get more capacity. There's a really nice LCD display on the B2 battery. It's identical to the same display that's on the Mega unit. There's a big number in the middle with a circle around it that tells you the percentage that it has left on the battery. In this case, it's the percentage of battery left in both units according to the load that's on it. It will also tell you input and output wattage. And there are several fault warning indicators on here in case something goes wrong. It will tell you exactly what the fault is, and you can look the code up in the owner's manual if you want to know exactly what happened. Now, there are some segments that go around the large percent number here, and if they're rotating, that means it's charging. Each segment tells you how much charge there is in the system. If all of these segments are lit, it's pretty close to 100% charged. The Opus B2 battery will add a lot of extra capacity to your Mega power stations, especially if you own the Mega 1, 2, or 3 power station. It only works with those 3, though. It doesn't work with their largest power station. You have to get a little bigger battery for that one. It's also designed quite a bit like the Mega power station, so it matches the systems really well. This holiday season, Opus is offering the lowest prices ever for their Mega power stations. Through November 19th, you can buy a special voucher for $1 that will give you $30 off of the Mega 1. It gives you different amounts off for the Mega 2 and the Mega 3, which you can look at on their website. This voucher is good from November 20th through December the 5th. So that's when you have to use that voucher that you've purchased. The voucher will allow you to get prices as low as 30 cents per watt hour for the Mega power stations. If you buy the Mega 1, as I mentioned, you'll get $30 off, but you can also stack some other discounts with that. If you use our code, which is UTM, you'll get an additional 5% off. Also, there's 2 days that they're going to have flash sales. On November the 29th and December the 2nd, they're going to have flash sales where they're going to bring the prices down even more. If you buy more than 1 Mega unit, you'll also get 5% off of buying 2 of those. You can click on the links at the top of this video to get all the details about the Black Friday sale. If you want more information about the Mega 1, I did a product review on it, and I'll leave that video right over there.